You can start adding more positive to it, and you can just be in that routine to where you're in this positive routine, one that you enjoy, one that brings you calm, one that brings you peace, one that brings you happiness. So then you can get to those levels of success and happiness that we all want to get to in life. And so I think, as you go through that journey of creating good habits or breaking bad ones, some of the best advice I think I would give, or I would say, is, be okay with messing up. As long as you're going to go back and understand why you messed up, understand where you messed up, because then you can create a stronger habit, because then you start eliminating those things that are going to trip you up. You can start eliminating those things that are, stopping you. And you can see those a little more clearly, right? When you notice and when you intentionally look for, okay, where am I messing up and what's impacting that? Oh, it's this, 10 minutes a day where I decide to just lay there and do nothing. And, or that maybe it's that certain moment, like, I think I've hit on when I come home and I sit down right away. I get stuck there sometimes. And so it's better for me to come home, do the dishes, sweep the floor, run around with the kids real quick, something to prevent me from sitting down, because then I'm up and I'm up for the rest of the night. Where sometimes when I go and sit down, I'm like, I'm comfortable. I'm going to turn on one episode, then another episode, and then another episode, or I'm just going to chill and not do, not be very productive. So I think when we can do that stuff, we can add a lot of positivity to our life, and really get past some of those bad habits. And again, whenever you're working on yourself, whenever you're creating growth, whether it's habits or anything else, your mental health is going to be growing. You're going to be feeling better. You're going to bring that happiness into your life. And that's just what we're always trying to encourage here, is like, life isn't perfect. It's not always going to be great. Even when you get to a point of greatness, there's something more there, or you feel like you're at that point of greatness or that huge point of success. There's something more there. So, that's what we want to do, right? We want to encourage that growth and encourage that constant ability to change, adapt to your situations, and always look to be better the next day.
Yeah. Wow. That's a great way you put it. We all want to just try to be a little bit better each day that we can. And I think that this actually directly ties into a couple other topics that we had. And this is why I like how it's structured. This is really a journey. So anybody who's tuning in, and maybe this is the first one you've seen, the one I recommend going checking back that really ties into this one would be resilience. Because, when it comes to that bad thing that happens where you feel like everything's going good because you built a good habit and you've been doing good for those 2 to 3 months now, that 90-day period where you feel like, okay, I've built a solid, strong foundation of good habits. As long as everything goes right, I'll be good. But that's when, if something goes wrong, you can't let it drop you back into the scene like it was never there, like you never had good habits. I think that's where having that type of resilience can kick in and say, you know what? Yeah, this was not the plan, but I am in a state of happiness where I'm healthy, my mental is good, and I am going to respond to this in a good way where, like you said, I didn't make my bed maybe first thing in the morning, but as soon as I got home, I knocked it out. And I think I can really relate and resonate with you specifically when it comes to, if I come home and sit down right away, I think I'm the same way.